Hi, and welcome back to Temple Baptist Church, and happy Thanksgiving. I'm glad that you're with me today. I'm continuing to look at different things that we should be thankful for, things that God has done for us. And today we're looking at the fact that we're thankful, and I want you to be thankful because you can be saved by grace through faith in Jesus Christ. Be thankful that we're not saved because of our works. Be thankful that God justifies, God forgives, and God adopts us as His children on the basis of faith, not on the basis of our works. Because our works would never be good enough to earn God's blessing. They would never be good enough to earn our salvation. We can't be holy. And the requirement to be able to receive God's forgiveness, His justification, His adoption as sons, His salvation, that requirement is holiness. And that holiness can only come through what He has done for us in the person of Jesus Christ. Listen to the words of Paul in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8 and verse 9. This is what Paul writes to the church in Ephesus. He says, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast. By grace, through faith, not of ourselves, but it is the gift of God, not because of works, lest anyone should boast." And so there's nothing that we can do. We can't live holy enough to be able to earn God's forgiveness. He gives us that forgiveness when we choose to put our faith and our trust in Jesus Christ. Romans chapter 8 tells us that there is no longer any condemnation for those that are in Jesus Christ. The condemnation has been wiped away. There is now forgiveness and salvation in Jesus Christ. Peter puts it this way, 2 Peter chapter 1, beginning in verse 2. Peter says, "Grace and peace be multiplied to you in the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord, as His divine power has given to us all things that pertain to life and godliness, through the knowledge of Him who called us by glory and virtue, by which have been given to us exceedingly great and precious promises, that through these you may be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust." What Peter is saying there is that it's not that we have earned anything, but that God has given to us out of His grace all that we need to be able to experience salvation, and with that salvation to be adopted into His family as children. And with that adoption to be able to experience abundant life here and now as we walk upon the face of this earth with a vision toward the future and knowing that He has prepared a place for us in heaven that He waits to take us to, so that there we may be in His presence, that we may be able to worship Him in spirit and truth, just as He has created us to worship Him. So we see that we could be thankful that it's not based upon our own strength, our own will, our own power, or anything that we could do, but our salvation can be attained through what He has done in Jesus Christ, if we're willing to put our faith in Him alone for that salvation. We trust that that's where you're at, that you've already put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, and that you've already begun to experience His salvation and, and all that He has for you. You know, if you don't have a church home, we encourage you to come and visit us here at Temple. We meet on Sundays at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6 p.m., and on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., and we would love to help you grow in your faith. God bless you, and I hope that you'll join me again next time as we continue looking at how we can be thankful for all that God has done for us through Jesus Christ. I'll see you then.